Having healthy boundaries can be a really difficult thing. That is why most people resort to just taking it and then exploding. But that is not very effective. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what you should do instead and why the setting of the boundaries is actually not the most difficult part. So if we analyze it instinctively, we see that there are 3 distinct steps to having healthy boundaries. And number 3 is actually the one that most of my clients struggle with. The first step is to actually feel your boundaries, because you cannot communicate something if you don't know what it is. And so you should strongly feel where your yes turns into a no. And you should aim to be 100% on your side so you can reduce the amount of the gray maybe zones to a minimum. And then step number 2 is showing what you have felt in step number 1. This is the actual setting of the boundaries, the drawing the lines. And you can do this in the form of words, tonality, facial expressions, body language, and so on. The most important thing is to make it as clear as possible. Because the more intense this is, the more understandable it is for other people, and the easier it is to respect your boundaries. So we don't want any ifs and ums and ahs here. And now step number 3 is the one that most people struggle with, and that is defending your boundaries. Because if you have clearly marked your boundaries and someone still oversteps them, there need to be consequences. And it doesn't matter if they don't know, don't care, or are just cruising for a bruising, you need to take action. But now here is actually where usually the excuses start of, oh, I'm not aggressive, oh, I couldn't hurt a fly, or the great question, oh, but why can't I just go away if someone is aggressive towards me? Because boundaries that aren't defended are just a suggestion, and suggestions are usually ignored. Let's put it this way, even a mouse defends its territory, but only against those where it has a chance. If they are too big, it runs away. So if you run away from confrontations like this, your subconscious mind learns that you are the smallest mouse, and therefore you will feel as weak, as anxious as the smallest mouse does. So if you want boundaries, you need to prepare to defend them. So this is the most difficult step, the defending of the boundaries, because not only do you have to morally allow yourself to do what needs to be done to defend your boundaries, but you also have to deal with the fear that comes with it. Because at least subconsciously, it's a very scary prospect. Because even the biggest bear risks his life to defend his territory. So in order to do this, you need to allow yourself to mobilize all the possible actions you have, even becoming aggressive, in order for this to be possible. And as a bonus thought that makes it a little bit easier is you don't have to overstep other people's boundaries to defend yourself. You just have to push them back beyond your boundary. So I hope this helps you set a little bit more healthy boundaries. And if you like this kind of analysis, then maybe give this video a like and subscribe.